Good evening. The Electoral Commission has launched an inquiry into the funding of Nigel Farage's Brexit party. Representatives will visit the party's offices tomorrow to look closely at its financing, especially where donations are coming from. It follows pressure from the former Prime Minister Gordon Brown for the electoral watchdog to act, and just days before the European elections. Mr Farage described it as a disgusting smear, but as our political correspondent Paul Brand reports, it wasn't the only thing being thrown at the Brexit party leader today.
Right, OK, good stuff.
He prides himself on giving politics a good shake, but in Newcastle today, it was Nigel Farage receiving one. A member of the public leaving him covered in milkshake and unimpressed with his security.
It's a complete failure.
But milkshake isn't the only thing being thrown at Nigel Farage. Today, a blast from the past had a warning about the present. Gordon Brown accusing the insurgent Brexit party of taking money from abroad.
You cannot discover whether the money is coming from foreign sources or British sources. Indeed, you can pay to this party in Russian rubles, American dollars, Malaysian ringgit, and of course, probably to his disdain, euros as well.
Under the law, you can donate up to £500 to any UK political party from anywhere in the world. But payments over £500 must come from someone who's able to vote here. Like many of its rivals, the Brexit party takes donations online via PayPal, with questions over whether it's properly checking the source. And today, the Electoral Commission announced we're attending the Brexit party's office tomorrow to conduct a review of the systems it has in place to receive funds. If there's evidence that the law may have been broken, we will consider that in line with our enforcement policy.
It is an outrage.
Today, Nigel Farage insisted there is nothing for them to find.
What you're actually seeing now is direct political interference by an organisation of the state. It is outrageous. I'm utterly confident that what we've done is 100% above board. This is the establishment grouping together out of fear.
Tonight, he also told police he'll press charges over that milkshake. But Nigel Farage is used to brushing off criticism. With his supporters, very little leaves a mark.
Well, the Electoral Commission says its visit here to Brexit Party HQ tomorrow has nothing to do with political pressure. It makes these kind of visits to other parties too. But we are 2.5 days out now from the European elections, and I understand the Electoral Commission hasn't made a visit to any other parties during this campaign. There's no doubt that the Brexit Party does things differently. It has registered supporters, for example, rather than members, 110,000 of them now. But it's yet to be proven that in trying to break the system, the party's also broken the rules.
Paul Brand in Westminster, thank you.
The Brexit party leader, Nigel Farage, was campaigning in West Yorkshire this afternoon, hours after being covered in milkshake. A man was arrested after Mr Farage was doused in Newcastle city centre. Mr Farage decided to stay on his campaign bus when he arrived in Wakefield. He made a short speech from the top of the open-topped vehicle as he was cheered by supporters and shouted at by a group of anti-racist campaigners with police looking on.
Sadly, we've got a radicalised minority who are prepared to use whatever techniques they can to stop democratic debate from taking place. And I think it's absolutely shocking. I begin to ask myself, even me, can normal political activity and campaigning continue in this kind of almost semi-violent phase we've got to? I think it's very, very disturbing.